Roddy, obviously not the outcome you guys were hoping for tonight. What happened in that second half that really changed the momentum?
I think their ability to make shots. Credit to the Auburn team. We knew going into the game that they're a terrific three-point shooting team, and just let their guys get hot. Todd Pettiford definitely we shouldn't have let him see a few go in. I think he just got hot, and then he just got in a groove where he couldn't miss. They have ball players. I think we could have did better on the defensive glass. Our rebounding numbers was nowhere where we needed it to be, and I think that's kind of where we will point, in the direction to where we, begin to mess up. So I think if we would have cleaned that up a little bit and executed our plays and took care of the ball, I think we would be in a much different mood in the locker room.
Obviously, it's a much closer drive for Auburn. It was a very pro-Auburn crowd in there. How hard is it when they do get on a run like that and the crowd is so into the game like that? How hard is it make it harder to stop a run like that in that scenario?
Definitely. I'm a true believer in that confidence carrier person, especially when you got the whole arena cheering for them and stuff like that. It boosts their players. I feel like they made tough shots because, that's what was going for them, especially with the crowd and stuff like that. Auburn being an hour away, it definitely was an away game for us. But, that's just, how it was seeded, how things became. We can't, give excuses. I feel like we were right where we wanted to be, probably 10 minutes left in the game, but we just didn't execute the way we were supposed to.
What has this ride been like, though? Because I feel like you guys exceeded a lot of expectations that people had of this team coming into this season.
We look at it in hindsight from the beginning of the year. I didn't think, Michigan basketball had much expectations to, make it to the Sweet 16. It's just I'm happy to be here with this amazing group of guys. Came out everything that we've been through. Everybody coming from different programs and being able to come together and win at such a high level and making it to Sweet 16 and going against a number one seed in March Madness and taking them down to a wire until the last couple seconds. It's amazing what we were able to accomplish looking at it from, a hindsight.
Roddy, you bought into this program when it was a new team, new coach and everything. How do you want this year's team to be remembered?
I think, we got the chance to, hang a banner. We fell short to our goal, but I think we had an amazing year. It was everything that we could ask for. We achieved much more than we were expected to. We just fell one short in winning the national championship, but I'm proud of the way our guys fought.
Thanks, Brian.
They're winning pretty good now. They never do.
Obviously, really hurts, but we got to be proud of ourselves.
Appreciate it.
Trey, obviously, not the outcome you wanted tonight, but in the second half, I guess, what do you think switched that kind of made the momentum go so much in their favor with about 10 minutes to go or so?
They made some tough shots and we couldn't make any, so that's point blank period.
Does it make it harder to stop that momentum when it is so close to Auburn? Obviously, it was a big Auburn crowd. Does it make it harder to stop the momentum with the crowd or no?
No.
Can you speak to tripling your win total?
LJ, obviously not the outcome you wanted for today, but when you look at the season as a whole, you guys weren't expected to get to this point. Can you look at that now, or is that going to be something that you have to wait a little bit to let the loss kind of suffer off before you can take a look back at it? Yeah, when you look back at the season, you guys achieved more than you were expected to. Can you look at that now and look back at the season in a positive light in that aspect, or do you have to let the loss kind of sit with you for a few days or however long it takes to get it?
Yeah, most definitely. We're going to hang a banner. We didn't want it to end here. Our goal is a national championship, but at the end of the day, we did something that's going to make us family forever. We're going to come back a couple years from now and have a reunion and hang up a banner and get our ring. So definitely, it's always a positive to a negative, but that's how it is.
What makes this group special? You guys obviously, like I said, overachieved. What makes this group special?
We're just brothers. We really bought into the team and just let all the individual achievements go. We just wanted to win, and we became a family.
You followed Dusty here, obviously first year for him at Michigan. Where do you think the status of the program is going forward? Obviously there's some positive momentum and upward trajectory.
A Big Ten tournament, Sweet 16 first year. I feel like the sky's the limit. We're going to see how far we go next year. We'll be back.
Thank you, Andre. Appreciate it.
Really talented, really good team, but I mean, when we were right there, let it slip away with 10, 11 minutes left. They kind of started going on a run. We just were unable to punch back like we normally do. And all credit to them. Tough shots down the stretch. Great team.
I guess that's what I mean. Some of those threes were tough step back threes. Is maybe hard.
They get scholarships too. They get really good players.
Why do you think offensively it was a lot of Vlad and Danny and I don't mean other guys standing around, but you didn't have that, I guess, rhythm you've had the last few games?
Yeah, just a little bit out of sorts. They did a really good job of weakening our ball screens, keeping us to one side of the floor. We had a tough time getting the second and third sides. So.
Are you someone who, in the aftermath, can still appreciate a really good season, or it'll take time?
I mean, obviously, this hurts knowing that some of my best friends are done. But when you look back, it's pretty obvious that we had a great season.
Well, just what are you going to remember most about this team and this?
Great guys, just the dudes that are in this locker room are like, you honestly can't look at one guy in this locker room and be like, man, like I really didn't mess with that guy. Like, it's just a pleasure to be around him every day.
Did the season maybe exceed expectations? I know, like outside people maybe didn't have the type of expectations this season. Inside.
No, we know what we were capable of, and I think we did what we came here to do. Obviously, we went home a little bit early. Would have liked to have played 3 or 4 more games. At the end of the day, I think we can be proud of our work.
First year for Dusty, I mean, is there any thought of, all right, this is just the beginning of what the program can look like with him in charge?
Yeah, I mean, you look what he did putting together a roster in, whatever, 6 weeks, something like that. I don't know, some crazy short amount of time. But, he's a special dude. Relationships he forms with players is, unreal. I don't really think you see that in, today's era of, crappy college basketball with everyone moving around all the time. But, he's a special dude, and he's going to create something really special here.
What does it mean for you, someone who stayed here, right? You were one of the people that were here helping recruit this team together. How's that feeling?
Yeah, I mean, just proud of our group, proud of the group of guys, and yeah, not really much else to say, man. I'm gonna be completely honest.